BBC1.
You're watching BBC1 in the Eastern Counties. Now the regional news with Vicky Abbott.
In Look East this lunchtime, Luton in finance crisis. Can the Hatters survive? And the car park company red-faced over the spy camera which never was. Good afternoon. The Football League has confirmed it will throw Luton Town Football Club out of the second division unless it sorts out its financial crisis. The warning's contained in a letter it's sent to the club. Tom Edwards is at the Hatters ground.
Thanks, Vicky. Here at Kenilworth Road, preparations are well underway for the start of next season. Behind me, the pitch is already being relayed, but the question is, can the club last that long? The message from the Football League is simple. Get your house in order or get out of the league, as Richard Daniel reports.
Although the team finished mid-table, financially Luton Town is battling to survive. The club doesn't own its own ground, Kenilworth Road, and it's £3 million in debt. And like three other league clubs, it's in administration and being run by a receiver. Luton's crisis came to a head when its former chairman, David Kohler, announced he wanted to sell his 60% shareholding. His fellow directors couldn't agree a value for the shares, and in March, the receivers were called in. Since then, rescue talks have continued, involving a consortium of local businessmen and the supporters group Flag. It hopes to raise enough money to rescue the club.
Well, I'm now outside Kenilworth Road, and I'm joined by Keith Hayward, who's a director of Flag. Keith, just tell us, how serious do you think this situation is?
It's very serious, but the letter that the Football League have sent really just re-emphasises the fact that there is a deadline on getting the club situation sorted out, and the fact that they're not going to allow the club to continue into the new season still in receivership.
And what are Flag trying to do to try and resolve the situation?
Well, Flag have an involvement in that we're hoping to put together a consortium to purchase the club in partnership with Flag and place it in a form of community ownership whereby the fans have much greater involvement in the running of the club.
Are you confident there will be Division 2 football here next season?
Yes, I am. Although we have a deadline, I think that it is likely to happen. We're going to have second division football here, and there will be new ownership in time for that to happen.
Keith, thanks very much. Well, the receiver now has until the 31st of July to sort out the problems and talk to potential buyers. And with that, it's back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Tom. Police are conducting house-to-house inquiries in Rothwell near Kettering after a man was stabbed. The 38-year-old man was attacked with a broken bottle on Glendon Road about 10:30 yesterday evening. He was stabbed 14 times and is being treated in Kettering General Hospital. Police are trying to trace two men seen running away from the scene just before the officers arrived. The company National Car Parks is being investigated by Trading Standards. Despite signs claiming that one of its sites is secured with closed-circuit TV, NCP has admitted there are no cameras on the Peterborough car park. It follows a complaint to Look East.
Under the watchful eye of CCTV cameras, crime has plummeted by 65% in Peterborough's car parks. But this is a claim National Car Parks should not be making. Melanie Rose leaves her pride and joy here at a cost of £155 per quarter. It's a price she was willing to pay for this kind of security until someone backed into her Mazda and drove off.
I'm quite angry, to be honest, because I was quite confident parking my car here, but now I know there isn't CCTV at all. I don't know where I can park my car, that it's going to be safe during the day.
In a statement, National Car Park said it appeared the CCTV sign had been put up in anticipation of a camera being erected. The company said it would be apologising to Miss Rhodes and promised a full investigation.
A company in Cambridge believes its new design could help reduce the health fears associated with mobile phones. The new phone has a built-in antenna which cuts down on radiation.
Now a familiar sight across Britain where around 12 million people use mobile phones. They emit microwaves and have generated suggestions that they cause memory loss and even cancer. Now a Cambridge company has come up with a design which would minimise possible harmful effects.
The benefit with this is that compared to a normal cellular phone, where it radiates 360 degrees around the phone, our flat plate design radiates only from the back of the handset, so reducing the amount of energy that goes towards the user.
In fact, the designers claim the new product would cut down radiation levels aimed at the user's head to as low as 1%. They hope it will now be picked up by a mobile phone company. The jury is still out as to the harmful effects of using mobile phones. Some scientists claim there's a link to brain tumours and memory loss, whilst the mobile phone companies say there's no hard evidence. What is for sure is that the growth of the mobile phone market is set to continue well into the next millennium. Jonathan Samuels, BBC Look East in Cambridge.
Visitors to a park in Suffolk have been enjoying a closer-than-normal view of the wildlife thanks to a spy camera. It's been installed inside a nesting box at Brandon Country Park to follow the progress of a family of birds.
Mummy bird!
A spot of bird watching with a difference that's astonishing onlookers. But for the blue tit feeding her newly hatched chicks, total oblivion of all the attention. Her nesting box has been rigged up to a camera, feeding live pictures into the visitors' centre. And with 4 hungry mouths to feed, the male bird also does its bit.
They seem to be coming in certainly no less than 2-minute intervals. So they're very busy. There's obviously loads of caterpillars in particular around this year.
Staff at the country park say the chick's starring role on camera is likely to last a couple of weeks.
That's what they call a bird's eye view. Now, look at the weather with Julie.
Thanks, Vicky. Well, it's a lovely afternoon. A bit of fluffy white cloud, but most places seeing plenty of this sunshine and probably feeling warmer than it actually looks because we have got, we've whizzed on a little bit, but I will tell you, we have got easterly winds, and that means that although it is 19 degrees Celsius inland at tops and on the coast slightly cooler, it will feel warmer than that. So for tonight, well, we have got a dry one with clear periods for the most of us, but then we are going to see this thicker cloud moving up from the south. Now that is actually a forerunner of tomorrow's weather. A little bit more about that in just a moment, because as for the temperatures, well, they're going to stay in double figures and the winds remaining on the light side. So for tomorrow, we have got this rain. It is going to move northwards, probably reaching the most of us by around midday, and then it will clear northwards with some brighter weather following in behind with some sunny intervals and just the chance of an odd shower. But before it does clear away, some of us could see some rather heavy downpours with up to an inch of rain. Temperatures up to around 19 degrees Celsius at best.
Thank you very much, Julie. That's it for now, but in Look East tonight, meet the rising star of athletics, Paula Radcliffe, who's racing into the record books. That's with Susie and Stuart at 6:30. From the lunchtime team, good afternoon.
Hello, this week on Out and About, I'll be travelling through Norfolk and Suffolk in search of more great days out.
Neil Innes discovers the world of beer in Colchester, Etterley Pegram goes sailing on Grafham Water, and Toby Buckland goes to Sheringham Park, where the rhododendrons have just come into bloom. So join me for Out and About this Thursday on BBC2 at 7:30.
They are national events.
I was coming up for 12, and it seemed like a beautiful birthday present.
With private moments.
The whole time they were there, no one ever found out. I remember one of my friends saying, "Oh, look, they're waving at us." They didn't know the secret.
And personal memories revealed for the first time.
I suppose, in a quiet way, I feared for my friend. He comes across as a shy, reticent man.
Royal Wedding Bells. A new series starts tomorrow at 8 on BBC1.
Every time we take her out for a walk, she starts to scream.
Is your pet barking mad?
I think we're definitely safer out here.
Join Philippa Forrester and her team of experts.
Finding ways of making animals' lives less humdrum takes knowledge, ingenuity and passion for DIY.
As they get to the heart of your pet's emotional problems.
She has to learn that making noise is not a way of getting what she wants.
Barking Mad, tonight at 8 on BBC1.
Ironsides here in 25 minutes. First on BBC1, it's the Kennedys versus the Martins in a cross-country battle of wits.